The Cowboys schedule has been released. I'm so excited. Hey guys, listen, it's the OC with Boss Cowboy Sports. And look, before we get into the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Boss Cowboy Sports. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's Boss Cowboy Sports. Follow the OC 100 on Twitter. So, the Cowboy schedule has been released. And listen, this is really good news. This is really good news. I'm going to tell you why. And it's great news for the Cowboys. All right, so look. The Cowboys start off playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the very first game of the year, right? So that's a get-back game versus the Bucs, right? Then, hey, we follow up with some teams that I believe that we should really beat in the Giants and the Commanders in particular. We got Cincinnati with the second game, and with the fifth game, we have the LA Rams. So the interesting thing about this, and I'll get to a little bit more about this as we go, but the Cowboys happen to play 3 playoff teams that were all in the Super Bowl the last couple of years, okay? Being the Bucs, being the Cincinnati Bengals, and also the Los Angeles Rams. So that's will be a real good measurement for where this team is, a real good litmus test, if you will, for where the Cowboys will be at the starting part of the year. And so as you kind of get into the schedule, man, I think that it's some unique things that we need to really pay attention to that will actually help us to kind of gauge. And I'll get into some prediction stuff here in a little bit. I'll just kind of cover a recap of the schedule. For now, we'll get into my predictions for each game and also how the Cowboys will end up faring ultimately this year. So don't miss that part. But hey, I'll say this. Based on CBS Sports, the Cowboys' strength of schedule is tied for dead last in the NFL. So they're tied at 31st with strength of schedule along with the Washington Commanders. And how this is calculated, it's by the team's wins in terms of games and also their overall winning percentage, which the Cowboys' opponents, their overall winning percentage is less than 500 based upon if you follow CBS Sports, and they give a strength of schedule predictor. So that part is excellent news for the Cowboys. We don't have, based upon last year and the performance of the teams that we play against this year, based on their performance last year, we don't play a bunch of strong teams. However, keep in mind what I just mentioned. The first 3 out of the 5 games are versus former Super Bowl appearance teams, at least in part. 2 Super Bowl winners from the last couple of years, the Bucs and the Rams, and then another team that actually made it to the big game being the Cincinnati Bengals. So how we fare the first 5 games of the year, in my opinion, is a really important jump-off point to help us gain momentum into the rest of the year and to build some confidence as we get into the meat of our schedule. So, without further ado, let's try to get into it, and I'll give you guys my predictions. I want your comments. I want your feedback. I know this, I'm going to make some people mad. You guys are not going to agree with the things that I'm about to say in some of these football games because the OC is a realist. I'm straight business. I'm not just a pure optimist. I'm optimistic, but I'm not an optimist, and I'm a realist. And so I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I really think about this stuff and exactly how I see this whole thing shaking down for the Cowboys, all right? So we got the Bucs, the very first game. I think it's another tight game. I think the Cowboys lose that game. Sorry. I think we lose that game. We're going to lose that game, man. We got new offensive line pieces. We got a bunch of stuff going on. We got to get continuity with receivers and all that type of stuff. I just think that we're not going to be as sharp that first game. I think it'll be a competitive game. I think it'll be a good game. But I don't see us winning that game. So we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the second game. Yes, I think we beat the Bengals in a very competitive game. I think we win that game going away, probably by 6 or 7 points. So I'm picking the Cowboys to win that game. Then we have the New York Giants. Absolutely, yes. We have them on, I believe, ESPN. Yes, I'm picking the Cowboys to win the game versus the New York Giants. Then we have the Washington Commanders. I'm picking the Cowboys to beat up on the Washington Commanders, which has us at 3-1 at this point. All right, that's 4 games in. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams. I see a spirited game. I see a game that probably goes to overtime. I think the Cowboys come up short in that game, which leaves us at 3-2. So that's the first 5 games of the year. So I got us checking in at 3-2, which to me, based upon the rest of the teams that we're going to play, sets up the Cowboys in a really positive way. I think in the middle of the season, the Cowboys are going to go on a run. The Cowboys are going to go on a good run to beat some good teams and to, solidify themselves in the NFC East. So here are the rest of the games, all right? So let's start at the number 6 game, all right? So we got the Eagles. We beat the Eagles. We've got Detroit. We beat Detroit. We got Chicago. We beat Chicago's tail. Here's another one. Here's a good one. We got the Green Bay Packers. I believe the Cowboys going on a run. I think we beat the Packers. I think we beat the Packers. I think also we play Minnesota again. We beat Minnesota. All right. I say we face the New York Giants again. I feel like we go 2-0 versus the New York Giants. We beat the Giants. All right. Now we got Indianapolis. I think that's a tough one. That's a tough game. It's like a trap game. I think the Cowboys dropped that game. All right. The Cowboys dropped that game. All right. Now we play Houston. We have a get back game. We beat Houston. All right. I see us beating Houston. All right. Then we play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do we beat the Jags? Absolutely. I think we go kill the Jags, actually. We go destroy the Jags, all right? Now, we got Philadelphia again. I think it's a much tighter, more competitive game, but I think we beat the Eagles again. We go 2-0 versus them dirty Eagles, all right? And now we got Tennessee, all right? We got Tennessee. We got that game. I think that's a game. That's a tough game for us. I think that, man, that's a tight game, and I think that we come up probably a little bit short versus Tennessee, all right, versus Tennessee. And then the last game of the year, we have the Commanders. And I believe, we end on a strong note. I think we beat the Commanders. I think we handle business versus the Commanders. And so, I got us basically, losing 4. In my opinion, and I think we win the rest of them. I think that as we go in the season, the Cowboys are going to gel. The Cowboys are going to gel, and the Cowboys are going to get stronger and stronger. And I think the litmus test ultimately for the Cowboys is not going to be the regular season. It's not going to be the regular season. The litmus test is what are we going to do versus the top flight NFC East teams, teams that we have to play. I think we win the NFC East again. We win the NFC East, no problem going away. But I think, have we done enough? Will we do enough, right, to be that elite team that takes it deep in the playoffs? Well, stay tuned and see. Stay tuned and see. But the Cowboys have a good schedule, man. They have a good schedule, and they got enough competitive games. I could be wrong about a few of these games, and definitely we may come out on top with some that I predicted. But I think that most of the games I said we're going to win, I'm confident, very confident we're going to win those games. But I want to hear your thoughts in the video below. All right, and below this video, give me your comments. All right, give me your thoughts. All right, and so anyhow, that's what I think. Excited. We got the season out. I'm in front of the gym. I'm supposed to go get it in, and I think that's what the Cowboys should be doing. They should be getting ready to go get it in and work out, put that work in. You got motivation now. You know who you playing now. You know who you go face now. And so, it's time to get to work, man. It's hot. It's time to get it in. All right. So, I'm the OC with Boss Cowboy Sports. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. All right. Let me know what you think about the video. Until then, I'm out.